Hello friends, welcome to Smart Sprouts Club. While standing on the beach, listening to the crashing waves, feeling the salty breeze, and gazing at the endless horizon, have you ever wondered how such a breathtaking place came to exist on Earth? Where did all this water actually came from? How the waves keep rolling in? Or why the ocean doesn't just flood past the shoreline? In today's video, we'll unravel the mysteries of the ocean, from its deepest depths to its shallowest shores, and the fascinating world of its inhabitants. Ready to dive in? Let's go! Let's start by understanding the differences between the ocean, the sea, and the beach. Oceans are vast bodies of salt water that cover approximately 71% of the Earth's surface. There are 5 major oceans on Earth: the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern, and Arctic Oceans. Though named separately, they are all interconnected, forming one vast global ocean that is constantly in motion through currents and tides. Seas are like little parts of the ocean that are closer to land, typically located along the coastlines. They are usually shallower than oceans and bordered by land, like the Mediterranean Sea or the Caribbean Sea. A beach is the land area along the shoreline of an ocean, sea, lake, or river, typically made up of sand, pebbles, or rocks. They are popular spots for people to relax, swim, and enjoy the views of the ocean or sea. In short, oceans are vast bodies of water, seas are smaller and often enclosed parts of oceans, and beaches are the land areas at the edge of the water, where oceans or seas meet the shore. In our previous video, The Epic Origin of the Universe, we learned that Earth is 4.6 billion years old, and the life may have started in the deep waters of the ocean. But how did Earth's oceans form? The scientists have multiple theories on this. Theory 1. The scientists believe that Earth started as a molten mass, with gravity pulling together dust particles and hot gases, forming clumps. These clumps gradually merged to create our planet. The intense heat and pressure from constant collisions led to volcanic eruptions, releasing gases, water vapor, into the atmosphere. As Earth cooled, the water vapor condensed, falling as intense rainfall, gradually filling up low-lying areas and giving rise to the first oceans. Theory 2. The scientists also believe that water may have been delivered to Earth by icy comets or asteroids that collided with the planet. Earth's oceans came to be around 3.8 billion years ago. But scientists continue to study these processes to better understand the exact origins of our planet's water. As the oceans formed, they began to change the planet's climate, temperature, atmosphere, and eventually the course of life, laying the foundation for the Earth as we know it today. The oceans became the birthplace of early life forms, with simple bacteria and microorganisms evolving in the nutrient-rich waters, especially around hot springs known as hydrothermal vents, or black smokers. These vents released mineral-rich, superheated fluids from beneath the Earth's crust. Over time, these simple organisms evolved into more complex life forms. Now we know where all this water came from. But when we stand on the shore, a lot of other fascinating questions pop up, right? Like, how waves formed? Why is the sea breeze salty? Let's explore these questions one by one. Let's start with how waves formed. They are one of the most exciting things to watch, isn't it? Waves are created when strong winds blow across the water's surface, transferring energy to the water. This energy causes the water to move in the form of a wave until it crashes onto the shore. In rare cases, earthquakes and landslides can generate much larger, more powerful waves. Why is the sea breeze salty? Ocean water contains dissolved minerals, primarily salt, which comes from eroded rocks carried by rivers and streams into the sea. Underwater volcanic activity also plays a major role in adding minerals to the ocean. When ocean water evaporates, the salt stays behind, and over time, the accumulation of vast amounts of salt makes the sea salty. As the wind blows, tiny water droplets from crashing waves and sea spray rise into the air. When the water evaporates, the remaining salt particles give the breeze its distinctive salty taste and feel. The most intriguing question: why doesn't the water spill past the shore? The water doesn't cross the shoreline because of the balance between waves, gravity, and the shape of the land. Waves push water toward the shore, but gravity pulls it back into the ocean. Thanks to gravity, water stays where it belongs, instead of falling away into space. The natural slope of the beach guides the water back into the ocean, preventing it from flooding past the shoreline. However, during high tides, storms, or tsunamis, the water level can rise and temporarily cross the usual shoreline. Why can't we see the underwater life from above? We can't see underwater life clearly from above because of how light behaves in water. When sunlight hits the water's surface, most of it is reflected or scattered, and only some light penetrates the water. Additionally, waves, ripples, and particles in the water distort our view, making the water look like a reflective surface rather than a clear window into the depths. Do you know why seawater looks blue? Seawater looks blue because water absorbs most colors of light, except for blue. When sunlight hits the ocean, the water absorbs the red, orange, and yellow light and reflects the blue light, making the sea look blue. The deeper the water, the bluer it appears. Why does the water create bubbles when it crashes onto the shore? When waves crash the shore, they trap air in the water, forming tiny bubbles. As the waves retreat, the air mixes with water and small particles like sand, creating the foamy bubbles you see along the shore. The next interesting question is, how did the sand form? Sand is formed over millions of years through the natural processes of weathering and erosion. Large rocks, especially those made of minerals like quartz and granite, break down due to wind, water, and temperature changes. The waves smooth them into fine sand. Over time, ocean currents, tides, and wind transport the sand from the seafloor, depositing it onto shores to form beaches and dunes. Did you know that sand comes in a variety of colors, each revealing the geological and environmental forces that shaped it? Yes, there are beaches with different colors of sand. It's fascinating how beaches tell their own stories through their sands. Some beaches have white sand, often formed from crushed coral or seashells, golden or yellow sand, primarily composed of quartz, while others feature black sand, created from volcanic minerals like basalt, as lava cools and erodes. Each beach's sand color tells a unique story of its origins and the surrounding environment. We know Earth's surface is covered by 5 major oceans. But did you know there are different types of oceans? Yes, you heard that right. Oceans are classified into warm oceans, cold oceans, deep oceans, and coral reef oceans based on factors like their location, depth, temperature, and ecosystems. Despite these differences, they are all part of a vast, interconnected body of water that regulates climate, supports marine life, and influences human activities. Like the sands, oceans also comes in different colors. The ocean can appear in a variety of colors, influenced by factors like depth, light absorption, algae presence, and sediment particles. You might see it in deep blue, green, turquoise, brown, red, or even milky white. The color of the ocean is constantly changing, shifting with the weather, location, and substances in the water. Have you heard about oceans not mixing with each other immediately, even if they are right next to each other? When 2 bodies of water have different temperatures, salinities, salt levels, and densities, they don't blend right away. A famous example is the meeting of the Baltic Sea and the North Sea, where their waters don't mix easily because the Baltic Sea has less salt and is less dense. The ocean is full of fascinating and surprising facts. And here's another one. The ocean has layers. Yes, oceans aren't just vast and deep. They consist of distinct layers, each forming unique ecosystems where different species thrive. The diversity of life across these layers are truly remarkable. Each layer determines how temperature, light, pressure, and salinity change as you descend into the ocean. Some organisms, like certain species of squid or fish, can even move between layers depending on their needs. The layers of the ocean brings us to our next topic of today's video, the ocean's inhabitants. Let's explore these layers to discover the incredible life of the ocean's inhabitants. The surface layer is the uppermost layer, extending down to about 200 meters. It is the warmest and supports most marine life due to the sunlight it receives. Iconic large marine species thrives in this layer, each celebrated for its unique characteristics. The blue whale for its immense size, the great white shark for its role as a formidable apex predator, sea turtles for their extraordinary navigational skills, the giant squid for its enormous tentacles and elusive nature, and manta rays for their intelligence and grace. The twilight zone lies below the surface layer, extending from about 200 meters to 1,000 meters. Here, light begins to fade, and temperatures drop. Many species in this zone can produce their own light, bioluminescence, to attract prey or communicate in the dark. Some sea creatures appear truly otherworldly, with forms and features that seem almost alien. Seahorse, jellyfish, shrimps, the ever-enigmatic octopus, and other bioluminescent organisms thrive in this layer. Some of these species have existed in our oceans for over 500 million years, a testament to their incredible adaptability. Together, they reflect the astonishing diversity and resilience of life beneath the waves. The midnight zone is a dark, cold layer that starts around 1,000 meters and extends down to 4,000 meters. Not much sunlight reaches this zone, and the pressure is high. Species such as algae, anglerfish, giant squid, nautilus, and some species of octopus thrive in this layer. Organisms here are adapted to survive these conditions and enhanced resistance to pressure. The abyssal zone is one of the deepest and most extreme environments on Earth. Found between 4,000 meters and 6,000 meters, it experiences near-freezing temperatures, extreme high pressure, and no sunlight. Species such as sea star, sea spider, and certain species of hard-shelled sea creatures thrive in this layer. Organisms in this zone are often very slow-moving, adapted to freezing conditions. The hadal zone is the deepest part of the ocean, found in ocean trenches from 6,000 meters to the very bottom of the ocean floor at 10,994 meters. The pressure here is immense, and the temperature is just above freezing. Species such as sea cucumbers, certain types of tube worms, and bacteria that can withstand extreme conditions thrive in this layer. Life in the hadal zone is sparse with slow metabolism, adapted to the extreme harsh conditions. The ocean is home to some of the most extraordinary and otherworldly creatures on Earth, with an estimated 1 million different species living beneath its surface, many of which remain undiscovered. Each species contributes to the vibrant ecosystems that plays a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of marine life, shaping a rich and dynamic underwater world. Here are some fascinating and fun facts you should know about the ocean and its incredible inhabitants. Fact number 1. Coral reefs. Though not a species themselves, coral reefs are massive structures formed by tiny organisms. Often referred to as the rainforests of the sea, they support an estimated 25% of all marine life, despite covering less than 1% of the ocean floor. The coral reef ecosystems provide essential shelter, food, and breeding grounds for countless marine species. Some coral reefs even glow in the dark thanks to naturally occurring fluorescent proteins, adding to their magical otherworldly beauty. Fact number 2. Did you know that seashells on the seashore are the hard, protective outer layers of marine animals, mostly mollusks like snails, clams, oysters, and scallops? When these animals die, their soft bodies decompose, but their shells are left behind and often wash up on beaches. Fact number 3. Did you know there are microscopic marine algae, which are invisible to the naked eye? These tiny organisms, called phytoplankton, often referred to as the ocean's great oxygen factory, produce nearly 70% of the Earth's oxygen. Though tiny and unseen, they form the base of the marine food web and help regulate the global climate. Fact number 4. Marine plants like seaweed may be overlooked, but they play a vital role in producing oxygen, absorbing carbon, and supporting marine life, helping keep ocean ecosystems balanced and our planet healthy. Now that we've explored how the oceans were formed, how long they've existed, and how profoundly they support life on Earth, it's clear they are essential for keeping our planet balanced and alive. With their vast size and incredible diversity of unique creatures, the oceans are a place of contrast, mystery, and breathtaking beauty. Even the tiniest organism plays an important role. If just one stops doing its part, the entire system can begin to unravel. Wouldn't you agree? It's a powerful reminder that the health of the ocean is deeply intertwined with our own. The ocean doesn't just surround our world, it helps make life on Earth possible. But today, the ocean is in serious danger. Yes, humans are destroying the very thing that sustains life on Earth. By polluting the oceans, we are endangering extraordinary ancient species and disrupting the balance that supports all life on Earth. The system that sustains us is breaking down. How does this affect us? When the ocean dies, the microorganisms that produce most of our oxygen die with it. The Earth will get hotter, weather will become more extreme, ecosystems will collapse. Global warming accelerates. Eventually, all this could lead to the end of human race. We can't ignore this any longer. We must act now. We need to protect the oceans, protect marine life, raise awareness, reduce pollution, Let's help others realize the urgency of starting this today. Our planet needs healthy oceans. Let's act now to protect them and ourselves. Like, share and subscribe to be part of the change. Let's protect our oceans together.